I got my second AI automation agency client and I'm doing it all for free. So who is my client and what do we expect to be creating for him? My client is a good friend of mine. His name is Eric Michael. He actually owns a sports card online coaching company teaching people to flip sports cards full time. And it's actually pretty full circle because I first got into entrepreneurship and I joined his program about 3 or 4 years ago. I was actually his first ever student in his program. And so it's kind of full circle. He's a good mentor of mine, a good friend. And so I figured this was an awesome opportunity to potentially help him out, as well as use this as case study data for myself to see if coaching businesses really could utilize the chatbot and AI automations. So I wanted to take you guys along the way of the behind the scenes of actually working with him to create this and make this perfect for him. So what is it that I'm actually going to provide for Eric? And the answer to that is we are going to create an AI chatbot that is basically used to nurture leads in his sales pipeline. Basically how he sells all these people in this program is he sells them on a webinar. And so we are going to warm up these leads before actually joining the webinar. So they've actually spoken with him before and they understand a little bit about his processes. And this way, it hopefully books more people into the webinar and also hopefully it warms them up to actually close them after the webinar. I actually spoke with Eric and he said he actually pays virtual assistants about 16 hours every single day to actually warm up these leads and conversate with them back and forth. And we could completely automate this process for him. And it's going to be so valuable to him at the end of the day if we could really build this for him. So this initial lead nurture chatbot is just the very beginning of what I have planned for Eric. So the actual plan for this is I'm going to use this first chatbot as a foot in the door, but I have a plan to build him an AI persona chatbot that basically is going to be used as a lead magnet to get new leads in the door and provide real upfront value to all of his leads in his sales pipeline. He gets so many questions regarding sports cards. He gets questions like, I have all these cards in my basement. How do I sell them? What are these worth? How do I make money in sports cards? All these types of questions. And he can't usually answer these questions himself, but that is why we're going to make him an AI chatbot that is trained on all of his course and his program data. And that way he could actually help funnel more people into his program because they see the actual upfront value of this chatbot. And then that only leaves the question of how much more valuable is the actual paid program. And so that is my goal for this. Like I said, this first chatbot is just going to be a foot in the door, but I have a full plan of how I'm going to automate his sales process with these chatbots.
What is up, guys? So this is actually my good friend and kind of mentor, I'd say, Eric. And so I'm going to let him give a brief introductory to himself. Basically, I'm going to help him with an AI automation for his business. So hopefully I could help him out. So I wanted to take you guys on this discovery call. It's more candid than, all my other discovery calls because he's a friend of mine. But yeah, I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, so my name's Eric, and to keep it simple and short and sweet, I own an online coaching program, and I teach people how to make money buying and selling sports cards. So not cars, cards, like C-A-R-D-S, sports cards. And yeah, we've grown pretty quick this year and looking to automate a few things.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's full circle because I was like one of the first 1 or 2 people in this program like 3 or 4 years ago. And that was like one of my first businesses I started on my entrepreneurship journey. And so it's full circle now that I'm kind of helping him potentially build out an automation to, make his business a little bit more efficient. But he's given me a lot of good business advice. So I kind of have a lot of praise for Eric, I guess. I don't talk to him this nicely to his face, but I guess I'll do it for the YouTube. But yeah, cool. Let's get into it. I kind of want to dive into what is it exactly you're trying to automate. I want my YouTube audience to kind of get a sense of, what it is that you're experiencing and why you think it could be automated.
So essentially what we do is we run a live webinar twice a week. So for example, if you see one of our Facebook ads, you would click it and then you would register for a webinar on Monday or on Thursday. And what happens is once you register, 15 minutes after you register, we send you a text message and it goes along the lines of, hey, were you able to watch the thank you video? If so, what did you think? And right now we have overseas VAs that respond to these messages and have a little 6 to 7 text message conversation with them. And it's gone pretty well. Can't complain, but if it could be automated, sure, why not? So that's essentially what we do, or what I'm looking to do.
Right, for sure. And how much time would you say a week you're spending, or like how much time a week or how much time a day are your VAs having to put in to kind of do this for you?
Every day from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. So 16 hours a day about.
Yeah, damn, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they split it up.
Right. Cool. So let me see here. I wrote down some notes. So obviously your ideal situation would have it be completely automated. The reason I'm doing this for Eric is because this is like a pretty brief thing to do. It's not too complex, but I have other also ideas for him as well. I'll dive into it a little bit here, but we haven't really talked too much, Eric and I, but I think it'd be a good idea since he has an online coaching program to even build him an AI persona chatbot trained on a lot of his coaching modules, a lot of his slides and stuff he has in his program, and even use that as a little bit of lead bait to, kind of engage some of his leads and kind of provide value to them to maybe even increase the likelihood of them booking an appointment with him. But that's down the line. That's kind of one of my bigger picture goals for this. But I want to start off with this kind of quicker and easier automation for Eric because I think it'd provide instant value, buy back some of his time. Doesn't have to spend employee costs paying people 16 hours a day to do this. So this is essentially what it is that we will be building for him. So yeah, Eric, I guess now let's go over what's your process now and how, what exactly do I need from you to be able to do this?
Well, I guess, do you want me to show or do you want me to tell?
You could show.
All right, I will show. So show you. So essentially what you need is 1 second. All right, this is what you would need. So let me share my screen. All right, so they opt in and then they get hit with this text message. So this is the text message. Hey, Christopher, were you able to watch the thank you video? If so, what did you think? This is automated. Now we have virtual assistants that go in and message people, and you could see, so like this is an actual virtual assistant that's kind of, I guess, pretending to be me. Hopefully none of my leads see this, and they're messaging and they're having a script, they're having a conversation, and the conversation follows this script. So you can see what are you currently looking to do, etc., their financial goals, blah blah blah. So they essentially follow this script, and it's like just to get to know them a little bit better, get them warmed up, and give them a higher chance of showing up to the live webinar.
Right. And so you're doing we've talked about this before for my audience, but you're doing this all through GoHighLevel, right?
Yep, everything's through GoHighLevel.
Okay, cool. And so I know a lot of people use GoHighLevel. It's kind of gotten a lot of praise and it's pretty trendy nowadays, but Eric's been using GoHighLevel for like 4 or 5 years. I used to actually do appointment setting for him like years ago, and
Is it trendy? Is it trendy nowadays?
It is.
Really
Yeah, GoHighLevel is a huge thing now. Like everybody's like, get rich with GoHighLevel, like the whole white labeling stuff and SaaS business.
That's true. I got lucky. I paid when I first started online business. I paid someone $39 for an hour of their time, and he essentially showed me what a CRM was and what GoHighLevel was. And it was, man, like 4 years ago. That changed my life. Changed my life knowing that software.
Yeah, that's nuts. And so the reason I asked that question is because he needs this to be through GoHighLevel. So a lot of these chatbots and these automations you could build, you basically could throw it on your website, or you could use it, integrate it with Telegram or WhatsApp. But for the sake of this, we need to build this custom for Eric. So it's actually integrated with GoHighLevel. So it's, integrated with the CRM. That's one of the reasons I want to do this for Eric, because if I could do this for him, then I know there's a bunch of other coaching programs and just people that use GoHighLevel out there that could utilize something like this. All right, guys, so it has been a few days since that last interview with Eric, and I've actually gone ahead and found a way to build this exact chatbot for him. This thing works amazing. I'm going to walk you through me using it, and then I'll also walk you through afterwards what I used to create this. So let's go ahead. You can see I'm inside of a sub account in my GoHighLevel. And so what I need to first do is I need to add this contact I just created for myself to interact with this to a workflow. So imagine right here, this is where they are going to be sent after they fill in a form to join the webinar. And so imagine they fill out a form, they opt in, and then you will see here, they will start conversating. So the chatbot spits out, hey, congrats on registering for the Sports Card Masterclass. Were you able to watch the video? If so, what do you think? Let me grab my phone real quick. So if you could see, I actually was messaged right here from the chatbot. And so let's respond here. So let's say I watched it and it was amazing. Thank you. So you'll see my response here. And it just takes a little bit for this responses to come. So that's great to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So is this something you're looking to make more of a side income or a full-time income? I want to do it full time. I hate my job. You can see I'm messaging here. I just want to show you exactly how this works and how beneficial this is going to be to him and to so many other businesses out there. This is a very practical chatbot integration you can do for businesses that actually tie in with GoHighLevel in their CRM. So I'm sorry to hear you're not enjoying your current job. We've actually helped so many people quit their jobs and pursue sports cards trading full time. Can I ask what it is that you currently do? Yes, I'm a bank worker. whatever that means. Do you like what you do as a bank worker? No, I actually hate it. That is why I want to make money with cards. Again, you can see me texting here. I understand how frustrating it can be to dislike your job. How long have you been working as a bank worker? I have done it for 12 years. Wow, that's quite a long time. How many hours per week do you typically work? So you can see it's asking these questions regarding what it is you do, why don't you like your job, how many hours do you work, just to basically arise these emotions of, their pain points of not liking their job and wanting a change for themselves financially. And that is where we come in with our solution, or my friend's solution, of offering a sports card program where they basically teach them how to make money with sports cards to make a side income so they don't have all these problems. But engaging with these leads is really important because this segues them into joining the webinar. This increases their rate of them actually joining the webinar and then increases their chances of closing into the program. So let me respond here. I work 50-hour weeks. And I actually have this capped. I believe it only sends maybe 10 total messages, just so that way we don't get blown up by leads and increase our ChatGPT OpenAI costs. So it might not respond here. Yeah, so it's not going to respond here, but you can see how this works. And essentially what it will do is once this thing's fine-tuned, it'll basically push them to the webinar and say, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the webinar. It's Tuesday at this time. Oh, it looks like it actually responded. So it sounds like a lot of work. Has working that much caused you to miss out on certain activities? Yes, it has. I miss my son's baseball. So we'll just keep going here through these prompts. It's always cool to see kind of what it's going to spit out because it's pretty unpredictable. I'm sorry to hear that. Missing out on important events can be tough. When did you realize that you don't like working as a bank worker? 2 years ago. So I think you guys get the point here. It conversates back and forth as if it is Eric or as if it is your client. It's pretty amazing. It's just basically just trying to bring out these emotions of why they don't like their job and why they want to make a side income and essentially increase their chances of booking them on the webinar. And there's so many use cases to do with this. And the fact that we could do this through GoHighLevel and having these chatbots is amazing. Being able to talk with leads and talk with people, but if you don't have it integrated with your CRM, it may be a problem. You won't be able to see these conversations. You won't be able to integrate it with the CRM. Having it integrated with GoHighLevel is going to be a game changer, especially for Eric. He loves GoHighLevel. He said it has to be in GoHighLevel. And so I'm going to show you in the next part of this video how I actually connected this with a third-party app and just some basic webhooks and how I was able to integrate this into GoHighLevel. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. So what we are going to do here is we're going to set this up. I'm not an expert at setting this up. I just followed this setup guide by Capri. So let me try to walk you through the best way that I can. So right here, you're going to be prompted to basically log into your GoHighLevel, and you could select any of your sub accounts. Right here, I'm using a sub account called Major League Profits that I used as a test. You could see here, I have the primary objective is opportunity status 1, connect when bought, control. Let's go with that one. So next, once we have this CRM set up here with our GoHighLevel, we are going to come over to AI, and you're going to want to go to your OpenAI account, integrate your OpenAI key. Obviously, you could probably figure out how to do that. Just, look up OpenAI and go to your private key, copy, paste, put that here. And then next, you're going to want to type in your prompt. So you can see here, this is my prompt. So you are Eric Michael, who is an expert at buying and selling sports cards. You are speaking with a new lead for your online course teaching people to make money, make a side income with sports cards. These leads have already signed up for a webinar, but you are here to warm them up before they join in a few days. Here's a script you should follow. So I have this script here that my friend Eric gave me. Let me actually pull it up here so you can kind of see what I pulled from. I really just copy and pasted this info here. So you could see, ask these questions, positive reply, how to respond. And so it really breaks all of this down. And I just basically copy pasted that. It was really simple. And I just prompted it here saying you are Eric Michael, who is an expert, blah, blah, blah. Right here, I'm going to set this as ChatGPT, just ChatGPT. Temperature, 0.80. The max output length 150 because I don't want this to be too long of a response. And then you could see here there's a way to upload a knowledge base. Right now, Capri, you could only do it through a spreadsheet. So if you have all this information, you could copy paste into a spreadsheet in Google Sheets and then just copy paste a URL here for it to pull from that kind of vector database. So there's that. The frequency penalty I put at 0.1. I just followed what it told me to do here. on Capri. And so yeah, that is kind of how this works. And then fallback mode, so this is when it doesn't know how to respond to a message it gets. So for me, I have it so it says nothing, and we'll just cut the conversation there. So that is what the fallback mode is. And so let's go ahead and submit this. So once that is all set up, you could come in here, and there's this thing, if you check right here, it's called the emulator. And so you could actually play around with the chatbot, ask it questions, and then also this is a great place to train it. So you could actually, if it spits out an answer and you don't like the answer, you could basically say, actually, I want you to say this instead, save it, and then it just basically trains it here, refines your answers. So let me play around with this here. Hey there. Boom. And so you could see it's working here. I thought it was great. So I don't need to go all the way through this, but you could see this is a way you could test out the chatbot before it's actually directly integrated with your CRM and GoHighLevel. And so in the next little clip here, I'm going to walk through how to actually get it set up in GoHighLevel. And this is a more complicated step, so bear with me when I'm trying to explain. All right, so next we're going to go inside of our GoHighLevel account, and we're going to set up some workflows here. So let's go to automation. You're going to create a new workflow, start from scratch, and this is going to be really simple. So we're just going to do customer replied, add that there, and then we are going to want to make the first step here to be webhook. And so this is going to send the data to Zapier actually in order to trigger this. So let's go back here. We're going to want to copy paste this. This is going to be the URL. We're going to set this as post and not get. Remember to do that. Let's just say chatbot webhook or something like that, just so you know. Not that important. So you could see I have now set this up. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to add this custom data to this webhook. Basically, I'm just following along here. I'm going to copy and paste a lot of this information. For the prompt, I'm going to use my own prompt as well as use my own key. So I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to go ahead and do all that, and we will reconnect after that. All right, so after that, you're going to want to come here. I'll leave a link below in the description with all of these links that you're going to be needing. So this is basically the link to this snapshot. So what a snapshot is, it is basically a workflow. So that will be how these webhooks and such are connected. And that way you're able to use ChatGPT whenever somebody replies, and it's just all automated. So what you want to do, you're going to fill this out for yourself. Boom. And then we will download the snapshot. So next we need to actually upload this snapshot to our sub account. So you're going to want to come here. You're going to want to come to sub accounts. You're going to go to the sub account you want to manage. Let's click actions, load snapshot, and then you're going to want to select the Capri GPT-3 template snapshot. So let's see, proceed. And now it will, awesome. So now it is loaded. Let's go to our sub account. So I'm here in the Major League Profits. Now, if we go to automations, we'll see in here, now we have these these workflows set up. So you can see this one right here is the one we're going to be using in order to make it so this AI chatbot conversates back and forth with new leads. So yeah, I'll show you me actually using it. So guys, now that the snapshot and the workflow has been added, we're going to want to come over to contacts. We're going to want to create a contact for ourselves to test this. We're going to come here, add to campaign/workflow. This is just testing it out. We're going to want to add this to the workflow customer replied paid ongoing convo GPT-3. So let's click this workflow, say test, and then you will see I will immediately be added here. Okay, and let's go over to the conversation. So you could see I was just sent this message. This was automatically triggered and I just received the message on my phone. Let's test this out. I'll reply here. Hey, congrats on registering for the sports masterclass. Were you able to watch the video? I did. It was awesome, man. Cool. So that's sent. You'll see it here, and then it'll prompt us with another. And this just shows that this is working smoothly. So yeah, that means that it's all working for you. So guys, that is the chatbot integrated with GoHighLevel, basically to, obviously conversate with leads. And this is going to be a really, really valuable tool for Eric. And I could only imagine how valuable this tool is going to be to a bunch of other agency owners. I mean, this is crazy. The opportunity with this is nuts. There's so many different niches you could go into with this. Basically, anybody that has leads coming in, you could basically automate this whole system for them. And something I wanted to mention is a lot of people are throwing around the term chatbot. I know I am. Everybody in the AI automation agency space case is. But using the word chatbot when you're pitching this to a client, they sometimes already have a preconceived notion of what a chatbot is and they may not be interested. For this, I'm probably going to pitch this as I have a fully automated lead nurture system with AI. I think that's a much more attention grabbing title for what it is that we really offer. We are a completely automated AI lead nurture system, and that's really what it is that we actually created here. And it integrates perfectly with our CRM. So yeah, guys, I hope this was really beneficial to you guys. I hope you're able to build this out yourself. Capri AI is really awesome. I have no affiliation with them. I was just looking for a solution for Eric, and I actually stumbled on it to integrate it with GoHighLevel. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this lead nurture system within GoHighLevel. Is this going to be something you're going to offer within your offer? Are you going to kind of package this up as a full lead nurture system? I really see some amazing use cases for this. I think this is personally better than just a normal chatbot that you are deploying to somebody. If it's actually integrated in their CRM, I think it's a game changer. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about that below. Also, join my Discord. There's a link in the description. It's an amazing community. We have about 1,000 people in there now, just networking. I've met some amazing people in there, and we do a weekly mastermind every week, bashing our heads together, just talking about our strategies, what's working for us. And there's already some people in there that are doing $10,000 a month profit. I'm not even joking. There's a guy in there who's just absolutely killing it. So yeah, join my Discord, as well as fill out my free resources below. Sign up and I'll send you my free resources. I have a lot of people asking, what is the presentation I use on one of my sales call videos? And so I will send you the template. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys following along. I know I always say this, but I'm just starting my agency. I'm really in the beginning phases. I'm just really in the dirt trying to grow, figuring out exactly what my offer is going to be. And working on something like this, I think this is an amazing offer to actually go out there and start promoting to clients. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for following along. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys next video.